So we're finally back to full-length videos. I'm technically not like fully recovered. That'll probably happen on Wednesday, but I feel good enough to start making videos again. And this one is probably a little overdue. I got these figures like week ago maybe. But yeah, it's finally time to do retro brawn and the one everybody's looking at right now, retro seaspray. Now, as you can see, these are obviously based on the original toys, the vintage toys. I don't have the vintage toys. I wish I did because that would be really cool, but I also don't have the money to buy them. I know it's like $15 for seaspray and probably a little more or a little less for brawn, but I just don't have the money right now. But yeah, they've got the Autobot symbols. It's interesting. They actually for brawn, they actually covered up the Mysterians logo with the Autobot symbol, which is interesting. But yeah, if you don't know what Mysterians is, either look up Chris McFeely or Rodimus Primal. One of them will explain what Mysterians are. I'm not really good at explaining that kind of stuff, so I'm just going to let one of them do it. But yeah, the brawn here is a completely new color of green. It's a lot darker. The original was more an olive. This is more a military green. And he's got black windows instead of blue windows like the 86 one, the cartoon one, which makes sense. But other than that, he's got, I think, the same color of orange, orangey, yellowy kind of area. I think it might be slightly darker. I'm not really sure. But he rolls. Let me see. Yeah, he rolls pretty well. And we'll put him to the side. Seaspray is the one everybody's been looking at because this is the first time we're getting a Seaspray figure. And in a vintage style since Titan's... Not a vintage, in a G1 style since Titan's return. But yeah, it looks really good. This one's not. This one's not holding. There we go. Nope. I don't know what you're doing. There we go. It's still not right. It's okay. Yeah, it's got the black windows like the original toy. It's really nice. I really like this figure. It's very light and it's very hollow on the underside, but I can kind of understand that for how the transformation works. But it's not actually that light. It's kind of got, for a deluxe, it's kind of okay, but brawn is a little, they're both kind of light, but that's just how deluxes are. But yeah, he's got the Autobot logo. He's got the areas. This is something I didn't know till I got it. The little propellers, that's what they're called. The propellers spin. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, they both come with their guns. His is right here. I'm not putting bronze all the way in because it gets stuck. I don't really know why. The original, the 86, doesn't do that. And yeah, so we'll start with Brawn's transformation because Brawn's the older figure. Well, they're both new, but Brawn is a repaint. Remove the gun. Fold this up. Fold it all the way. Fold this up. And then fold the legs down like that. And there we go. Collapse them, I guess. That's what it's called. Fold and collapse. Fold the feet out. And then fold the arms out. Spin the waist. Open this. Spin this around. Collapse these and spin them like that. There's going to be these little pegs right here. You got to spin them, and there's going to be these little holes. So you got to connect them into place. Turn the biceps and fold the arms down. Spin the head around. Put it up. It's not quite right. There we go. And almost forgot that part. And there's Brawn. There is Retro Card Brawn. I call it Retro Card because I used to collect Marvel Legends, and that's what I called the Retro Card Spider-Man stuff. But I just kind of think that's the right way of saying it. Now for Seaspray, Seaspray's got an interesting transformation. So remove the gun. Spin this around. Spin this little cockpit around. And then, how do I start this? I usually just, oh, there we go. Unfold these. And completely fold the legs down like that. And then you're going to see the waist around like that. No, don't do that. You're going to pull it, and then it's going to go like that. Then for the feet, you're going to pull it like this, and then it's going to be like that. Fold this down, fold this up, fold this down, and then fold that up like that. And for this specific leg, it's going to be that part first and then this part next. And then rotate the leg. I don't think it actually becomes rotated. Do same thing on this side. The only difference is this one doesn't have the extra panel, so just kind of fold it like that. Then take these pieces, fold them up like that. Make sure this piece is, there we go, make sure it's straight. Take this piece, turn it, fold this piece down, fold the arms up like that, and then collapse this piece right there. And then make sure this piece goes into those slips, those little pegs. Spin the arms at the bicep, and then rotate the head. And there is Retro Brawn and Retro Seaspray. Sorry, I feel a little under the weather right now. But yeah, there they are. So the only really difference with Brawn is the head, but I've never really actually reviewed 86 Brawn. So this will be how we do the 86 Brawn mold, and then we'll get to Seaspray. The head sculpt, it's got the G1 head. There we go. It looks good. I like the head sculpt. Mine's a little messed up right there, but I don't really mind. It's got some good. It's got a good design. It looks kind of like the Juggernaut's helmet, which is cool. I like the Juggernaut. And it's got the visor and faceplate, because all the Mysterians characters had visors and faceplates. Yeah, there's not really much to say about that head sculpt. But overall, the Brawn is really cool. You can do a cool thing where you can unfold the legs, and you have like the G1 toy thing, because that's how the original toy had it. Was they had it unfolded, and it looked like that. It doesn't really like to stand in this mode. I gotta. Yeah, it doesn't like to stand in this mode. But you're not really supposed to do this, so. There we go. And Seaspray's head, it's a vintage toy head. It is not a G1 cartoon head, but it's basically the same thing. If you look up the cartoon head and the toy head, it's very similar. It's literally the only difference is it's got pupils, and you can really just do that yourself. You can just paint on pupils yourself. But yeah, it looks nice. I don't think Seaspray was a Mysterion. I'm pretty sure he was a micro change. But he does have the helmet visor. Not the helmet visor, the visor faceplate. But yeah, it looks good. Articulation on both of these is pretty good for a mini bot. Of course, they are deluxe, so I would expect them to have okay articulation. Let's move the guns to the side. Brawn here has head rotation. He doesn't have a ball joint. It's connected to a pin, as you can see. Ball jointed shoulders, so you can kind of get like that, up, 360, bicep, elbow, wrist go down for transformation, waist joint, legs go up. You move the backpack, they go back, and they go out. Thigh joint, knee, almost 90 knee, and then ankle rocker, and then toe and heel go down. And yeah, Braun's got a good articulation. And fun fact, I actually bought two 86 Brawns because I didn't know this was coming out. This was in 2023. So this was a year before we got the retro card announcements. So I didn't know we were getting retro card Brawn. So if I knew we were getting a retro card Brawn, I wouldn't have bought a second 86. Would have just got this instead. But you know, it was a different time. Well, it wasn't that different a time. I'm still someone who likes to get two of some of my favorites. And 86 Brawn is a great figure. Seaspray actually has a ball joint at the head. Turn, 360 rotation. Can go up a little bit, can go down a little bit. Slight bobble action. Arms are not on ball joints, they're on regular pin joints. They can go up all the way, but they kind of get stuck right there. Rotation, out like that. Bicep, elbow, and this one's got up and down sword wielding wrists. I know I took that from perspective end. I like perspective end. Don't judge me. He's got sword wielding wrists. He's got a waist joint. Legs go up. Legs go up, back. Let's go out. Thigh, knee. It actually locks into place, which is interesting. I don't even know if I'm getting all of this on camera. Knee, and then leg, the foot kind of goes back a little bit, not very much, and then it's got a slight rocker. But yeah, there's Seaspray's articulation. For the guns, Brawn comes with this gun. When I was taking Brawn off the shelf, it fell out of my hand, and this went under the shelf. I had to move the entire shelf. I'm not kidding. It was heavy. Well, it wasn't too heavy. I'm actually kind of strong, but I was more fearful that anything was going to fall off because the shelves were really packed. Yeah, there's Braun's gun. Oh, crap. Gun in hand. There's Seaspray's gun. It's painted in silver, but it's cast in white, which is interesting. I guess it's not that interesting. It's just kind of cool. And then gun in hand. And yeah, that is retro card Brawn and Seaspray. Uh-oh. But yeah, overall, Brawn is still probably one of the best mini bot molds behind I think all the mini bots are good except Cliff Jumper. Well, not Cliff. I actually do like Cliff Jumper, but compared to everyone else, Cliff Jumper is depressing. But yeah, The mini bots are doing really good. I cannot wait for Wind Charger and Power Glide next year. And I did see the vintage retro card Wheelie and Outback, and I do plan on getting those for a review. But back to the figures that we have right now. Brawn is still great, and I like the new head. And Seaspray is definitely. I do think if I had this before the Hall of Fame vote, I would have put this instead of what I did vote for, which was the Hearts of Steel, Optimus, and Starscream. And I don't regret doing that because I do like that set. Review coming. Actually, review. I'll do a review of all 4 of the Hearts of Steel figures, but I'm waiting to get the Hearts of Steel Megatron and Bumblebee. But yeah, if I had Seaspray before the fan vote, I probably would have voted for him because I do like this figure a lot. And yeah, if you can find this, definitely get it. It's on Walmart.com right now for $24.97. It's retail price. So is Brawn. And yeah, I just recommend getting both of these, especially Seaspray. If you already had 86 Brawn, I guess you can skip this one unless you really like the head like I do. But Seaspray, I definitely recommend getting, unless you're waiting for a cartoon accurate one, in which case I understand that. But I don't know how long it's going to be before they do that. But you know me, if they do make one, I'll probably get it because I'm just that kind of guy. But yeah, that's Retro Brawn and Seaspray. Thanks for watching.